Hey, good morning, everybody. George is here, and we've got Stan coming on here any second. There he is here. We're hoping we've got a guest, but I didn't really kind of confirm it, and I just threw him under the bus. So just sent him the invite. We'll see if he shows up. And he's one of my good friends, Rob Welch, and he and I have been friends. I used to own a T-shirt business back when, and he came in one time. He was working for a security company, and he needed some shirts. We became friends after that. And I tell you, this guy Rob has got the tenacity that he continues to go and go and go and go, and he's had some success right now. And I'm so thankful that he finally found something that he likes, he's good at, and he's making some money at it. And those are the most important things there. So, Stan, we are on our Facebook page today. We are not in our group. We are on our Facebook page. So.
All right. We're on our Facebook page. That's different.
Yeah, well, that way I can type in a comment.
Okay. Gotcha. I understand. The key thing to me is that Rob likes what he's doing. That to me is a long-term type of satisfaction. That's why so many people look if they don't like what they're doing and it's a job and stuff like that, they look for the chance to retire.
So let's bring this conversation back to where we left off earlier on Zoom about some people get a following. They're marketing their product or whatever they might have. And we were talking about someone specific, Sarah with Etsy, and we have ourselves with turn passion to income. And people probably, including myself, so I'm guilty of this, I think that I'm passionate about a lot of things, or at least I start being passionate, but it's only because I want to. It's not because somebody's telling me to be passionate. It's something that's internal, that sparks within me. For the followers out there, for anyone decides to watch this anytime in the future or live right now, what are you passionate about? Are you turning your passion into income? What are you guys doing out there?
Are you talking to me or?
I'm talking to everybody, Stan, but you can enter in anytime you want.
Well, I think it's really, in some respects, hard to find your passion. Hard to find what something is. Look at some people, for instance, traveled to far off lands at one time or another when we were allowed to, or we decided that we wanted to group together in a closed environment and maybe fly to Nepal and go to the top of the mountain to a guru and there to get illuminated. And then we suddenly said, hey, some people have said, hey, this is what I want to do.
So how do we get people to understand? The statistics show 97% of people, their businesses or whatever, let's just talk about their business. Starting a business, statistics, 97% will not make it in the long term. And we believe we have a solution to that. Right?
I believe it. Yeah, I definitely believe that we have a solution to this.
So it has worked for me,
and it's everybody that I've ever studied or followed or whatever, that this is how they came to do it. This is the key thing.
So
How
Why?
should they do it?
No,
Well,
well,
what?
why would they? Why? What's going to slap them in the face that, you know what, I should follow my passion rather than follow a guru or follow a shiny object?
Well, there's the answer in itself is follow a shiny object. It's attractive at the beginning, but then I got a little something yesterday where a guy says it was the 10th apple effect, and if you're really in a desert or somewhere that you're hungry and stuff, and all of a sudden you've been without food for 3 days, and then all of a sudden you find this apple. Well, that apple tastes really good, and let's say you pick 20 or 30 other apples, and you put them in a bag, and then you go off and you go along, and then the second apple tastes kind of good, third apple tastes kind of good, fourth apple. By the time you get to the 10th apple, you want something else. The excitement is gone. So he called it the 10th apple effect. So how do you keep this excitement going? How do you keep that excitement going? Well, he mainly attributed to, well, we kind of take everything for granted. We're no longer grateful. If you have gratitude, like every morning, I'm grateful that there's running water. I'm just, for some reason, that thought of just running water. I mean, or even I know that many people have never experienced where, well, maybe if they've gone camping or something like that, where they don't have, let's say, a bathroom to use, a toilet to use in the morning, and they have to go out in the woods. I mean, really, there are certain things that we take for granted in our modern world. And therefore, we also take going out and doing as we please for granted. And if we think of, well, I won't go there as far as the pandemic and things like that, but finding your passion. Once you find it, or let's say you get that nice ripe apple, and it looks really good and it tastes really good. And after you've got to the 10th week of eating on an apple or whatever, the gloss and glimmer and hope and all this stuff fades. Isn't that what happens to lottery winners? Okay, George, your turn. Come on, let's go. I've been rambling on for too
Yeah.
long.
So why do people chase the shiny thing?
Because it's shiny. It's there. They believe. Why not? What do you think?
I think that there is, it flips an emotional switch.
That's true. It does. It absolutely does.
And that emotional switch or that emotion can, at least for me, become an obsession. Maybe I should write that word down.
Obsession.
Obsession.
Obsession. So it's when you first meet somebody, let's say a love prospect, it really is an obsession. People want what they don't have.
So people want to make money at home.
All right. They may not be making money at home.
Well, let's assume that they are not making money at home and they want to.
Yeah.
Well, there's two types of people. There's the ones that want to make money at home, the ones that actually do and will do something about it, and the ones that won't do anything about it. So we're only talking to the ones that will take action. What are those people doing? They're surfing the internet. They're looking for a business, or maybe they already have a business. Maybe they have an Etsy store. Maybe they
Could
sell
be.
on Amazon. But is that enough? Will it last long term?
Well, let's say they make a significant income from it.
Okay. So if someone has got jewelry,
But
and they're
then,
like,
all right, let me go. Let me go. All right. They're making significant income from it. So they can do what? What do they want to do when they make that significant income? Do they want to go to retired or go to off to Bali and live? Or
I think
they
it's
want to
another
try?
conversation for another day.
Well, but I'm saying, what do they really want to do? But okay, go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry.
Because I mean, there's a passion of their life, of what their perfect day would be like, and there's also passion of what they're doing today. And
Well,
chances
I
are, if
don't see
they're on
the
the
difference.
couch, if they're looking for a business stand, they're not passionate about going to the dreamland, let's just call it. Yes, they want it, but it's in the back of the mind because I think that and this is how I am still right now, is I just want to get my things done for the day.
All right, that's today, but really, isn't your thought of well doing the business so you can go to those vacation land,
Well, yes, when I've gone that
fly
way,
your airplanes?
I've been the 97% that have not made it because my choices have been based on those emotional, shiny things.
So if you wanted to be part of the 3% of those who succeed, does that necessarily mean you have to be wealthy?
Well, that's another description of wealth. Um, I mean, wealth is
Uh,
money, and wealth could be just good health. It's a mindset. Which wealth do
Okay,
you want to talk about?
all right.
I want to talk about people being passionate about their choice today, what they're going to do with their business, or if they don't have a business, what are they going to choose?
Okay.
Let's start with today. Today,
Uh,
people are searching out there for something to do. People have an Etsy business. Okay, they're fine. But there's other people that, what do I do? I've tried network marketing. I've tried brick and mortar. I've had a job. I'm driving Uber, all these different things, and they've fallen into the 97%.
Well, they may be making a positive income. Does that make them successful?
That's a mindset.
A profit loss. I mean, if they're in profit, they're supporting their family, they're doing whatever.
But is it
Uh,
what they want to do today?
I, I've known a lot of people who had jobs and then retired and got a second job and said, "Gee, I can't wait. I'd really rather be doing something else." I mean, I think that's part of the 97%. So how do they do it today? Isn't that your
Well,
question?
what will light the fire?
To me, it's give them look, shine this object in front of them, but yet, in other words, sprinkle it so that they say, "Oh, I want that," but then when they get in, they find out really it's this. See, to me that's multi-level or network marketing.
Okay. So what do you want today?
All right.
What did somebody want today?
How about doing as they choose? Would that be something?
Well, that's a pleasurable thing, but I'm thinking more of pain. Solve a pain problem. Maybe they got some stimulus money here in the Americas, and let's assume that. They got some money. Okay, they're good right now, but that's not enough. So their pain point is what's next? Where's my next money coming from?
All right. That's a good question. It really is. Do you think that maybe they'd want another round of stimulus things, and that next year it's going to come out of their income tax returns?
Well,
Maybe they want to win the lottery. How many people buy lottery tickets all the time? That's their hope.
sure.
Um, what today? What's going to be something that they get to the point where they don't want to retire from it?
Is that what they're thinking about today? What can I do that I want to not retire from?
Well, it may have been last month, yes, before the pandemic really hit them, yes. Before they said, "Oh, we got to stay at home. Well, but then that's sort of if you go out there, you could really get sick if you don't practice all these do all these things that are guidelines for trying to prevent the disease from spreading. So, what do they want today? I'd say yes. They want. What if they need money now? Absolutely. I think
We're talking about the types of people that want money now and
yeah.
will take some action on it.
And what's going to attract them to take some action on it?
Well, what's the shiny object that attracts them? Is it, hey, come on over here and sell all kinds of stuff here, lotions and potions, and then you'll be rich? Or is it going to be on the internet says, hey, just go ahead and do what everyone else is doing, click my link, and then post your link up there and put $500 in and you get 5,000 back out? Is that what people are looking for out there?
I think pardon?
What will get their interest? What will say, yes, this is it? Feels good in their heart.
Well, yeah, I agree that it would be great for it to feel good in their heart. But you have said that you have joined several network marketing companies. And what attracted you to join? Answer that. What attracted you to join?
I would say there's two things that attracted me to network marketing. The first thing was, somebody painted a picture in my head of what my life and, oh, man, you could make so much money. And this person's doing this, all these things and stuff that other people had. That was one thing that attracted me. The other thing that attracted me is I started to believe that I wanted all those shiny things. And now it comes down to, what do I want today? Is I want liberty and autonomy. I don't want people telling me what to do, and I want to be comfortable. So if there's anything I want to do, I can actually go do it.
All right. Let's say you want to go out and have a beer in a crowd. That isn't really, with our guidelines, unless you really want to possibly get sick and spread it to others. I'm not so sure that's something that, and understand that there's always trade-offs. So I agree that really it's a shiny object that gets them started. But what's in it? What keeps them there in it for the long term? I agree.
There's two things that'll keep them in there for the long term.
All right,
tell me. Some actual success.
Yes.
And the second thing is something that they actually enjoy doing.
Absolutely. Success. If they enjoy doing it, does the success matter for quite some time?
If someone needs to make $2,000 a month, there needs to be an opportunity in front of them where they can make this $2,000 a month. It would be better if that opportunity was something that they were already good at and that they already liked doing and they already knew how to do it.
And then, all right,
and then turn that into an income stream, because it would be easier for somebody to turn something they already have. If you've got a tree that's growing fruit, it's easier to just pick that fruit and eat it than it would be to go out, spend money, buy another fruit tree, and wait for it to grow for years to finally provide fruit. It's better to take that tree that's already planted.
I would agree. Is that exciting?
I think that people need to be shown the light that it's actually profitable for them. I think maybe there's a disconnect of something, gee, I like to do it, but I can't make a business of that. Rather that, man, I need to go and click on somebody's link and I need to pay somebody some money so I can buy something that will make me successful.
Okay, let's use we both know Wesley Virgin, right?
Yes.
So how did he find his passion?
I think that he's always been a workout guru.
All right, and we found out somewhat the same thing with Alice Cameron last week, didn't we?
Yes.
That they both like to work out. They like to be physically fit. They found this is something they like to do on a daily basis, just like I like to walk and swim. Can't do a lot of swimming these days at a gym. But on the other hand, so Wesley Virgin took his passion and found a way that he could really by how did he do it? By how did he really become successful through it?
He continued to post. He continued to follow his not only his dream, but it was something he was actually good at and passionate with.
So what attracted him to go to this upscale, this tremendous level of success? You know, I've known some people who are happy and comfortable with next to nothing.
I don't know if I understand the question.
Well, he went after the big cars and the big house and stuff like that.
Maybe he can afford it. Maybe, he's young. Maybe he likes that stuff right now.
All right. Okay. We're still working on how do people find their passion. Why? Because the chances are that they're not going to succeed right away. Chances are they're not going to succeed right away.
Right.
That it's going to take time for them to develop their business. If they say that success is at a certain level, let's say their success is $10,000 a month.
Okay.
They're probably going to fail if they don't, if they don't live with their passion or become obsessed with what they're doing.
Okay.
So how do we make that into a shiny object for somebody that they will get started? I mean, what if they found their passion and it's...
I wrote a headline the other day.
Okay, go ahead.
I only share about 10% of what I'm doing with you, Stan. what the successful 3% have that separate themselves from the 97% who struggle to make it work.
Okay.
So
Now,
what do the successful people have that the unsuccessful people don't?
what do the successful people have that the unsuccessful people? Is it charisma?
I'm sure there's more than one thing, but
I'm
if
sure.
we go by the 80-20 rule here, what one thing would make the biggest impact that would separate the haves from the have-nots?
I'm going to say
in a business, in starting a business from scratch. That's what I'm asking.
other than perseverance and persistency, I'd say to keep up the enthusiasm.
But I can be enthusiastic about network marketing, persistent, keep calling everybody several times. That didn't work for me.
For 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
All right. So then you were persistent. You were enthusiastic.
I was.
I don't know.
Now I know I could have been more persistent. I know that I could have probably been more enthusiastic by going outside and screaming to the gods, like we know some people have.
And did that work?
No. Well, for one person it did.
All right. So maybe that's what you should have done.
Well, maybe that's not what I wanted to do.
Well,
maybe in my heart, that's not really. I wasn't sold on I was sold on the idea, but not on the method.
okay. So, but how do they sell themselves, or how do they? We're concerned with how do people, why they should follow or find their passion and follow it, even though, aren't we saying this? Even though they're not going to make money right away.
That's what we're saying.
And what's so shiny object about that? Is there a shiny object, even though they may not succeed right away?
Is, but I think that we haven't uncovered it yet. There's got to be something out there that people, a message that we can deliver that will bond with them and get them to emotionally act.
All right. Could you try to take what you read to me about an idea you had that you only shared 10% of all your ideas with me? Could you put that into 5 words or less? How about 2 words?
I don't think so.
All right, now this is a suggestion because right now it seems to me we're just kind of talking to each other, even though it's being broadcast.
Yeah, well, that was the whole idea. This is our story on how we're getting to where we're going.
My story is that we got to try to solve things for other people, to solve their problems, to find their pain points, and to give them a desired outcome.
So the whole thing, though, Stan, is that we have experience and we have the methods, the strategy, and the tactics to bring everybody from wherever they're at to where they want to go. We have all that. We've got all the tube ads. We've got the funnels. We've got everything we possibly need. We know how to write books. We know how to have other people write books for us. We know all that, and we can transfer that to other people. But how do we get them to say, yes, these guys have the shiniest object? Stan and George have the shiniest object. It's really not the shiniest object, but I'll tell you what, it's the one that's not going to tarnish. That was a good one. Because all metal tarnishes over time.
Paper fades sometimes if they have currency. Anyway, let's use the movie analogy. That if you can get a movie title to a movie in enough so it can be easily understood on a poster.
Star Wars?
Star Wars. That
The
tells you a lot.
Avengers.
Pardon?
The Avengers.
Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
See, there are
Silence of the Lambs.
absolutely.
That was 4 words.
Pirates of the
Caribbean.
or yeah. How about that's all I can think of right now.
How about Internet Wars?
Could be. It's
Maybe we're onto something there, Stan.
well, to me it is. Well, we got a book or PDF the other day or yesterday from a guy who did a lot of book sales, and he advocated finding the predominant theme, predominant topic, trying to satisfy all these different things. And I think that something like a title, if you could get that whole thing that you read and can synthesize it or succinct it into something like 5 words or less. Because I've always, even though it takes a little bit of foreknowledge, a movie title like Tombstone, I think everybody knows what that's going to be about. Tombstone. They know it's going to be about the OK Corral, the story there.
Yeah.
And
Cowboys.
Pardon?
Cowboys in the Old West.
Cowboys.
And the OK Corral is, well, that's not that one. I was thinking of the other one in Texas.
How about, I know they did one, a movie. Anyway, they've done a lot of movies where the title told a lot. And that's where I'm coming from is we need to find something that will predominate. Well, people will say, what's this all about? I'm interested. I understand, but I don't understand. This confusion, yet this curiosity. And I think that I'm just I just don't think that most people really want to know their passion. What?
All right, Stan. We
What?
need to talk about some things offline because this is proprietary. I'll see you on
Okay.
Zoom.
All right. Bye.
And we can put this on YouTube later if you want. It's up to you.